Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're reviewing Batwoman issue number 4. What happens when your worst trauma steps out of your nightmare, puts on your mask, and starts leaving a trail of bodies. In this issue, Renee Montoya, The Question, has just uncovered Batwoman's ultimate secret. With that, let's just jump right in. We open up in Peloton, Greece, where things are tense. Batwoman just left the penthouse, stabbing The Question. Mr. Gores is freaking out. Whose blood is that? Is that hers? Is that Batwoman's blood? Despina looks down calmly. Pagona chimes in to explain that she fought Batwoman, but the blood doesn't belong to Kane. If it is her blood, I did not draw it, she says. The wound I gave her was superficial. There was the other one who interrupted us, the faceless one. It might be hers. Suddenly, Slay looks up and says, "What did you say? Did you say faceless?" Pagona confirms as Mr. Gores yells, "Damn it, stop speaking Greek." Slay says it was her, the faceless was here, surely an omen, Despina. Despina turns to Mr. Gores, explaining the ancient horror they just stumbled into as Slay tells the story. It is a hidden text within the Book of Blood. It speaks of one who denies the dark faith's truth, yet who inherits the mantle of the champion, destined to lead the order of the grand unmaking. This blood may be hers. A dips his finger into the puddle of blood and tastes it. He looks directly at Mr. Gores, whose panic is reaching a boiling point as he yells, "Wonderful, just grand. This does not address my problem, namely that the Batwoman is trying to kill me." Despina, that's not the problem. The problem is how we bring her to her rightful place. With Alice dead and the twins remain, the mantle thus falls to her. Although, curiouser and curiouser, if this is the blood of the faithless, who drew it? As Despina and Pagona walk out, Mr. Gore yells, "Wait, where are you going? She'll come back. She'll try again." Despina turns around. "I expect she will. You might want to be somewhere else when she does." Cut away to a quiet, dimly lit home of Kane's father, the Colonel, who's stitching up Renee Montoya, The Question, as he's yelling, "Hold still for God's sake. I'm trying to get it closed. I'm almost done." Renee, "Yeah, don't hurry on my account, Colonel." He responds, "You always a smartass? I mean, not always." The Colonel finishes the stitches and lets her know she got incredibly lucky. The blade missed her muscle wall, as he says, "Clearly, Kate was attracted to your sense of humor. Take these antibiotics, so you're going to tell me what happened?" Renee looks down at him and says, "You want the good news or the bad news?" "Colonel, I could use some good news. I had a lot of bad recently." Renee, "Kate didn't kill those men. But now I have to ask the obvious question, Colonel. Who did?" Transition to The Question entering Kate Kane's bedroom. Kate, covered in sweat and clearly tormented by nightmares, as Renee looks down and says, "You should have told me." Kate, "Renee, what are you doing here?" Renee, "I mean, we've kept a lot from each other over the years. I'll be the first to cop to it. But you should have told me about Beth. You should have told me about Alice. You should have told me about a twin sister. You should have told me she was abducted when you were 12 and the rest of it too. You should just have told me, Kate." Kate responds, "Maybe if you stuck around long enough, I would have." Renee cuts her off. Don't do that. Don't make this about what we were and what we weren't. I had to get it from your father. He told me." Kate, "I am who I am because of what happened to Beth." We get an emotional splash page illustrating the sheer tragedy of Kate Kane's life. We see the montage of the deepest trauma, the murder of her mother, the abduction of her twin sister, the twisting brainwashing that turned Beth into a villain, Alice, and the dark faith that was systematically dismantled everything good in Kate's world. Through tears, Kate unloads her soul, revealing the crushing guilt that drives her every single day as Batwoman. She failed to save her sister when she was a child. She failed to save her as an adult, and she has been left to pick up the broken pieces of a life shattered by cults and dark prophecies. Kate stands by the window as she says, "Until it finally killed her. Until I finally killed her. Oh God, I killed my sister. I killed my own sister, Renee." Kate collapses on the floor in tears, completely broken. Renee walks over and gently places a hand on her shoulder, trying to comfort her as she says, "I told you I talked to the Colonel. I didn't tell you why. I ran into Batwoman earlier tonight. She's been going after the dark faith like she's on a mission, dropping bodies fast as she can reload. Looks like you under the mask. Acts like you, minus the bit about the body count. Renee bends down, looking directly into Kate's eyes as a horrifying realization sets in. But you've been here. So tell me, Kate, you think about it and you tell me, who is she? Batwoman entering a dilapidated building. She is repeating two simple words to herself. I am. As the camera pans around the room, we see her looking at a shattered mirror held together by tape. And taped across the top is a crude handwritten sign that says, "You are Kate Kane." Surrounding the mirror are old photographs of Kate, but the woman looking at herself in the mirror is not Kate Kane. She just sees her own reflection that turns into a ghostly version of Beth Kane, Kate Kane's twin sister. The imposter is desperately trying to convince herself of her own lie. I am, aren't I? Aren't I? This is where things get incredibly tragic and deeply disturbing. The imposter starts pulling down her clothes to show her reflection and us, the reader, that she has physically altered her body to match Kate Kane. She points to a leaf tattoo on her shoulder and a massive star tattoo on her back as she says, No, I'll show you. I can show you. See? You see? And this one too, just like her. She stares at the blonde reflection in the shattered glass, completely losing her grip on reality as she convinces herself that the matching the physical scars means she gets to take on Kate's life. It's the same, you see. It's just like her, you see. I look just like her, so that means I get to be her now. But this delusion doesn't bring her peace. In fact, it does the exact opposite. The crushing weight of trying to force herself into a new identity of the Cape Crusader breaks her. She collapses on the floor in front of the cracked vanity, sobbing hysterically. You are Kate Kane, she begs the mirror to let her go. Please, I don't want to be you anymore. Please, anyone but you. Cut away outside the Casino Teak. Mother Despina is sitting at the cafe table, smoking a cigarette and obsessively watching footage of the violent Batwoman on her tablet. Pagona sits across from her, completely unaware of the truth, as Pagona asks, You're watching it again, Mother? Mm-hmm. I was disappointed. I did not have more opportunity to test her before the faceless one interrupted us. Despina looks up, a sinister, knowing smile creeping onto her face as she says, I'm surprised you didn't see it. Pagona, Mother? Despina stands up, putting the pieces of the puzzle together for Pagona. She explains that the violent vigilante isn't going after their business partner, Mr. Gores, out of a heroic sense of justice. Gore is just an incidental target, she says. She was looking for something, for someone. You still don't see it. Batwoman doesn't kill, which means this isn't Batwoman. And if this isn't Batwoman, then who is it? Pagona's eyes will go wide as the realization finally hits her. Oh, that's right, your sister has come home. Despina utters those last words. All that remains is for us to welcome her. We cut back to the grim apartment of Beth Kane. The tragic delusion is pushed aside, replaced by cold, hard military precision. Sitting on the edge of the bed in her underwear, she begins loading brass cartridges into the magazine. She's preparing for an absolute slaughter. In the final page, we watch her suit up. She pulls a tight black collar over her neck and secures her weapon into her holster. Finally, she pulls on the iconic cowl over her head. She stares one last time into the mirror, reading, You are Kate Kane. To the office of Dr. Glastos, who is in the middle of a private therapy session. Suddenly, a panicked Dr. Nicholas bursts through the door. Zena, the woman Kane, where is she? I'm in the middle of a session. I know, I'm sorry. She's not in her room. I was just looking for her. She's no longer a patient here, Nicholas. You released her? No, she released herself against my advice, but it was her choice. Nicholas runs out of the office as she continues. Hers was not an involuntary commitment, Nicholas. If she wished to go, we could not keep her. We cut to the home of the Colonel, Kate Kane's dad, as he says, I'm not in love with any of this. The two of you going off half-cocked into God knows what? Never mind, the girlfriend here has a hole in her side held closed by superglue, staples, and willpower. Renee corrects him. Ex-girlfriend. Kate turns to her father and says, Come on, Dad. Did you wonder what was going on when you saw the new uniform went missing? Colonel, I thought you had taken it. Wouldn't it have been the first time you'd done something foolish? The group knows they have to act fast before Beth kills again. As Renee asks, Any idea where we start looking for her? The Colonel says, Back at the billionaire's echelon tower? She's clearly targeting it, whatever the reason. My question is, what are you going to do if you find her? Kate, fully suited up as Batwoman, says, That's easy, Colonel. We're bringing my sister home. And there you have it, guys. The stage is set for an epic confrontation as the real Batwoman goes to hunt for her own twin sister. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.